So he didn't want none of it. He already thought the space station was crazy, but building an AI that we will rebuild life after extinction, he doesn't want none of it. Which, you know, I can understand, kinda. We're getting a lot of lore this stream. I'm enjoying this.
Intruder! Get her!
What? No, 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 no!
Don't die now.
Wait! I should have grabbed the gun. Okay, now we can go. Sorry, chat. I might have been yelling. Didn't mean to be loud, even though I was. I can do that too, you think so? How did they get in here? Like, there's another entrance that we don't know about? It's a good thing I brought the gun, huh? Who's this? Lord Christiana Shu Wei.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes.
How
I
is
met a
done.
man, another
Is there another
historian.
route?
His
I've
fields
done
are
this before.
Bauhaus and the new
Just be my
materialists.
focus.
But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair.
So much stuff. Travis Tate.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at
But this is the
Mockingbird
criminal.
back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them.
What the hell is he gonna do?
But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural it'd be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
So guess he was in. I think Porky were able to go on that spaceship. The Odyssey. I don't think there will be a spaceship.
Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration.
I can do it. Left. Up. Left. Then I was down right.
Done. I should check the door nearby. There's a part missing. Maybe there's a storage area nearby.
There is a part missing.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to... Hey,
Oh.
I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
So we gotta go up to storage. find a part. It's probably this ladder.
Found one. Looks intact.
That was smooth.
That
Click.
should do the trick.
Uh,
Let's
so
get that
it's
door open.
up, left, down, and right, and then up. Wait, no, wait. Up, left, left, down, right, up. Up, left, up, left, down, right, up. Wait, am I doing something wrong? Oh, to read this. Settings transposed. Oh, it might need to be done in reverse. Oh wait, it is a reverse because the other one had the text at the top, right? I can't see it anymore. But the other one had the white text at the top. It's like reversed, so it needs to be down, left, up, and then right and down.
That did it. Door should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
Ta-da! Don't the instruction machine will go. It does. It did. Good thing I double checked the machine.
Should give me the upper hand.
Well, surely they don't hear the door opening.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
Wait, where's my gun? I can't take the gun? Okay, let's mark everyone. We know where they're at. They're all heavies. No, just two of them. Oh, he's gonna come by around here. It should give me time to stealthily take him out. Because that guy is obviously bugged. I'm sorry. Here we are talking about recreating humanity
Get it
in
while I
life. And I'm killing it. But so are they, because they want to reactivate the machines. Which is no bueno. Bunker door, power status off.
The girl.
Oh shit. Ow! What the hell?
Don't let it end like this. Fight!
I thought I had potions equipped. I didn't. At least the trap worked. They've got you now. They can try, Storm, but they'll never catch me. See, this guy's completely blind. He doesn't even know I'm crawling over here.
That's the last of them.
Here you go.
Alert. HVAC structural failure. Repeat.
Or not.
Over here! It's her!
Holy shit!
Get down!
Jesus Christ. That actually scared me. Ay, ay, ay.
Your end is coming.
How was that a miss?
Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Hey, hey, okay.
Get moving. You have to find Gaia.
I mean, Gaia clearly worked already. Why are we not looking for Apollo? I mean, if Gaia didn't work, then we wouldn't be here, or the machines wouldn't be here, right? We need to find the thing with all the knowledge. I think. No.
I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots.
Gaia will?
The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. A waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots. And not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulation, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical at places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, why would the robots it makes attack people?
Perhaps it loves some forms of life more than others.
The derangement. The machines weren't always so angry.
True. Mostly they were docile until 10, 15 years ago.
For years, Hephaestus has been forcing cauldrons to make aggressive machines. I've seen it myself, in the cauldrons. Stalkers, Ravagers, the Thunderjaw. How could it do
Hades.
that? And why?
Why indeed?
Hades did something probably. Full steam ahead from Elizabeth Sobek. To Margot Shen. If I doubted your brilliance in the slightest, I wouldn't have picked you as the Hephaestus Alpha. You need to stop worrying about your age and communication style. You are who you are. Have confidence in yourself. You know what you're doing. Case in point, the latest draft of your plan for the construction and stocking of bootstrap silos to store raw materials is excellent. This combined with your design for the AM Foundry core and the Foundry site selection plan add up to a comprehensive plan. Time to start construction. One detail, consult with Ayomide Okilo before you finalize the silo inventories. Hephaestus' task will be to fabricate the robots that will construct the waveform broadcast towers. Minerva will use to transmit the deactivation codes. So any exotic materials needed for the towers should be accounted for in the inventory plan. The broadcast tower. I wonder if the broadcast towers are the giraffes. Hephaestus is the Greek god of smithing. Storm's Midfax. I know. I know who a Hephaestus is, yes. So, if you like mythology that much, you should play Smite. I know you're not much for MOBAs, I believe. But, you know, Smite has a lot of gods. And it's a very fun... Well, it was a very fun game until I stopped playing. But you might like it. Simulation results. Wow, you weren't kidding about Gaia's predilection for animal morphologies. Sure, not totally unexpected given the rough natural terrain her bots will have to navigate. But I agree that there's something deeper going on, and her designs aren't just functional, they feel almost like, well, tributes. Is the word that comes to mind, as though she's already mourning their loss. And not just from the disappearing fauna of our time, but creatures from the fossil record too. Reference to megafauna in some of her designs. So cool. But whatever Gaia thinks up, Hephaestus will empower her to build it. I just wish we could still be around in a century or two to see what she makes. I'm guessing if I activate this, it'll do the whole speech again.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple.
That's the gun.
You probably noticed that only about a third of you...
I'm checking every nook and cranny for lore bits, because these are the good bits. Maybe I'm listening to the lore and reading the lore way too much. I will try, you know, and keep it as entertaining as possible by reading it, you know, without just, you know, me reading it in silence. That could be kind of boring.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off.
Of course
There's got to be a way inside.
Keep looking.
More Eclipse.
Careful now.
So how do they get in here? If we've, like, opened the door, how can they already be ahead of me? Questions that need answering after I've killed them. Or hit them in the face with bow and arrows. Remember when you vented that room? I did. Well, I vented like some kind of blockade that allowed the door to open because it was blocked mechanically. I'll probably use the pressure.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world, ensuring redundancy. Second,
like the RAID system.
The collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That
is the future towards which all of our
Oh,
efforts
so
will be
humans are
directed.
supposed to take over after a
Not
while
just
again.
the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
That's quite the assignment. Yes, 2 of those guards noticed that. When the goons didn't return, more came to check. After the return, you think they went through the vent? I mean, maybe it could be possible. Encapsulated DNA. Over the past 10 days, I performed an exhaustive review of data storage solutions, magnetic, optical, quantum, even the Eternity tech that FAS was shilling a year or so ago. Every other solution has one or more fatal shortcomings. Too heavy to transport, too massive to install in the allotted space, too power intensive over the centuries, too prone to failure past 300-400 years. Encapsulating DNA will easily hold to 40 plus zettabytes for projecting for Apollo. There are still many details to finalize, of course. To start with, we need to select the inert material in which we'll embed the molecules, already testing 16 candidate materials, as well as design and fabricate the power systems and sealed reliquaries that will keep the DNA at minus 18 degrees C for 1,000 plus years. So long as I assure you that it didn't factor into my decision, may I confess that I deem it entirely fitting, indeed propitious, that we will be using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanized extinction. It's not just ironic, but heroic. Life as the hero, beating back the forces of oblivion. In any case, much to do. Until next time, peace be with you, Samina. Apollo update by Samina. Over the past 2 months, the full benefit of our procurement of a copy of the Homo archive from Far Zenith has made itself known, and as a result, all of Apollo's key deliverables are on schedule. Apollo has already surpassed 40 million discrete data entries and continues to grow. The physical science modules are effectively complete, with soft science modules close behind. World history, cultural data, and media archives are also on schedule. Language preservation is wrapping up a bit ahead of schedule due to the falling short of our goal to preserve 4,500 languages. I suppose the tragic early loss of Papua New Guinea doomed that goal from the outset, with attendant curricula development about to begin. Speaking of the heuristic curricula, they are performing well in testing, with children and adolescents demonstrating higher levels of engagement with and trust in the Aristotle and Aspasia personae. Personally, I find the highly engaging, especially when they debate. I wish half my professors had been so entertaining. Peace be with you, Samina. Okay, time to take out some enemies. Starting with this one. Why can't I use the stealth attack? There we go. Very stealthy.
You'll do.
Trying to be stealthy. Meanwhile, you'll do! Fish, please. Yaldi.
Not sure what that was.
Me doing the stabby stabby. Okay, that works. I wasn't expecting that to work because that's the first time I actually did the. Oh, shit.
They know I'm here now.
Let's get her!
Well, there goes the stealth option. It's still quite stealthy. He's coming this way.
Got one right here.
I don't.
Lots of them. Alone once more.
In what should have been a cave of wonders. Look around. See if anything is left.
I'm sure there will be some more data entries available. More sweet, sweet lore. Yeah, precisely, Storm. They're not the smartest of the bunch. They'll be like patrolling here. Like, what happened to Patrol B and A? Like, we're Patrol C. Where are the rest of them? I don't know. We haven't heard of them in like 30 minutes.
Welcome to Hades.
There we go.
Zero Dawn's Extinction Failsafe Protocol. The ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose
wouldn't
of
call it
Gaia
that, but
is to
okay.
resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what the... what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia, 200 years from now, and this new biosphere you're growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos. A spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do. Which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over.
I see.
Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocate it. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades.
We've
It's
talked
pretty
to
badass
Hades.
when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
How does it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh Titan,
It's not the
getting
darkness.
worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
Noise complaints from Travis Tate to Elizabeth Zoic. Call me confounded, Lizzie. Bashcore. Anyone who says the old TT codes to Bashcore is straight up lying, and you know it. Old Trev don't have no truck with commercialized Razzle-Dazzle. No, heck, okay, this is the weird guy. Heck, I'd rather guzzle a liter of Ceterum runoff than listen to Grey Swarm for 30 seconds. Hand to God and swear on my mama's grave, and she was religious. Nah, that ain't Bashcore blast the Hades lab, shaking the walls, rattling folks' teeth. It's that metal girl. Classic music, 80s and 90s mostly. Got me some Dutch deathcore. I approve. Well, about the Dutch, not the deathcore. Some Japanese gore grind, some Swedish cannibal teen stuff too. Stop by it if you want to listen, or heck, just come within 50 meters of the lab. Ain't no bashcore you'll see, or hear, rather, in the screech that rents the air, and feel in the throbbing pulse of the floor, and walls and ceilings swallowed you up like you was Jonah trapped in the gullet of gothic deathfish. Hallelujah! That was all the Texas accent you're getting. Yeah, I can finish it. As for those requests to turn it down, no can do, Lizzie. This is how I code. Turn down my death metal? Might as well give up the stimulants, chocolate malts, and industrial accent vids. Last I heard, we were supposed to be coding Hades down here. Am I really supposed to code an extinction protocol without deathmail to inspire me? No, I don't think so. Stay cool, Trev. Joel, or something, I don't know. That was terrible. Text log. Tate here just popped 3 blues, but I earned it. Finally figured out a Goldilocks solution to Gaia's rather extreme executive authority. If that ain't worth 10 to 12 hours of dream time, what is? Before this, every usurpation protocol I designed failed in simulation because it was either too hard or too soft. Too hard and it degraded the Gaia core. Sure, it prior figured the fingers off the figurative driving wheel so Hades could take control, but by breaking her fingers, sometimes her arms too. So that couldn't fly. Everything depends on Gaia taking control back after Hades has done his business. So I had to find a solution that didn't leave Gaia any worse for the wear. Too soft, and Gaia only pretends to relinquish control. In simulation after simulation, Hades would take command of the terraforming system and reverse operations, only to have Gaia lurk in the background, quietly reversing processes and falsifying telemetry to hide its interference. Sneaky! I swear ain't nothing Gaia wouldn't do to keep life going, even when it's just a simulated plant life. Turns out the just right solution is to isolate Gaia in a protective code shell, preserving its integrity, then unseat it from command position so Hades can slip into the figurative captain's chair and work its magic. Those blues are coming on strong now, so I'm not really describing it so clear, but pretty sure it'll work. I'll back to it tomorrow, alligators. Okay. So Hades is supposed to take over for Gaia when the biosphere has failed, so they can restart, right? So what if somehow Gaia is still active right now, still printing machines, but Hades has taken over and is thinking we gotta restart all of this again, and he's trying to ruin it again. But this time with the use of the new life with the new humans. Text mail. There's a flying thing. Mr. Tate, this mail concerns Apollo's archive submission, blah blah blah, for 666 submission in just 5 days, and oh, what a doozy. Despite earlier warnings read inappropriate materials, you chose to submit 265 holographic remasters of acknowledged classics of extreme exploitation cinema. Allow me then to thank you on 2 counts. For giving me the pleasure of rejecting your submission, therefore consigning your favorite Eastern European torture flicks and their ilk to the dust heap of oblivion. It truly warms my heart to know that I have saved future humanity from the ordeal of experiencing not just one but all 16 installments of Making a Millipede. Don't worry, the Pasolini material has already been preserved. Extreme perhaps, but art. For clarifying a concept that has so long been ambiguous and ethically fraught for archivists such as myself, the definition of obscenity you have freed me from the subjective quagmire embodied in Judge Potter's famous utterance, I know it when I see it. Thanks to you, I can now apply a single objective criterion. If Travis Tate submitted it, it's obscene. Accordingly, I have directed Apollo staff to summarily reject all of your future submissions, sight unseen. Perhaps you might have invested your time you would have spent preparing further submissions. Oh, I don't know, your assigned work? We have a world to save after all. Or the rest of us do anyway. Dr. Samina. So, Travis was submitting some stuff that wasn't meant to be.
Looks like the only way onwards.
I'm talking so much this stream. But it's like, the story is really nice.
Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the Alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Rally Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances, but as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me.
Okay.
The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem. To say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
Si vous êtes prêts. He's French. Oh my god.
I can't spare the weight.
Si vous êtes prêts, on commence. Cradle Servitor Personae. Development of the artificial personae for Cradle servitors, nurture, disciplinarian, healer continues at a good pace. We are targeting Turing 0.4 for these constructs. This should allow low-grade empathy and limited improvisation without undermining adherence to codified behavioral sets. Stimulus-driven switching of personae, however, is proven to be a greater software challenge than anticipated, especially concerning our entrenched feedback loops between the disciplinarian and healer personae. I have also attached reports from an incident where a servitor running the mother personae intervened on a disciplinarian servitor's behavior. A parental argument, if you will. Amusing on first glance, perhaps, but deeply concerning. I have attached a comprehensive plan for correcting these interactive protocol shortcomings in just blah 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 blah. Correctly. So they are making servitors pretty much like moms and dads and machines that will nurture humans back to life. Kinda. FZ chambers. The ectogenic chambers arrived 2 days ago. I spent the last 36 hours examining them and poring over technical documentation. Their relevation astonishing. I don't know what you had to give Far Zenith in trade to get these chambers, but it was worth it. In a single leap, their embryologists have vaulted past 50 years of technological shortcomings. These risk of ECMO resolved, nutrition delivery resolved, hormonal stability resolved, and 12 other risk areas resolved. Before I examined these chambers, I considered the Odyssey to be a fool's errand. But if the rest of FZ's technology is at this level, well, a human colony around Sirius doesn't seem so impossible after all. Mass fabrication of the chambers will present a number of challenges, but I'm confident they can be resolved. I'm going to rest for a few hours, then get back to it. Expect a fabrication plan within 48 hours. So these are the chambers they're talking about, probably. Cradle sealed. To Sobek. Aluthia 01 was successfully sealed before the swarm advancing across Xinjiang's province could detect it. Getting back from crucial systems is good, for our maiden voyage a success. Regards my disputes with the betas over Zygote selection, of course, I understand we have limited overhead to run simulations of gene flow in our future humans. But we can all agree there is margin for refinement in future cradle populations. Donc. In addition, donc. Wait, is he using French in his mail? Donc. In addition to personally overseeing completion of the Aluthia 02 site inside Mount Nemuli, I will formulate and propose a modified Zygote selection plan within the week. He's like me, using English and Dutch and every language like through each other. Okay, where are we going? Up there, up the stairs. Gauls. I know, Storm. You don't like French. Already
Cradle
4 to
facilities.
11.
Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
Of course,
The
All Mother
hatch
Mountain was
wouldn't open.
Cradle.
Something about a corrupted Alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
Well, up we go. There might be more enemies too at some point.
Bots would benefit from antilopine morphologies, though caprid forms show superior load-bearing capability.
Oh, this is Gaia talking.
Dr. Sobek,
Looks
as I
like
have
he used to
conducted
hold
this
something.
comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies,
got removed.
I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet...
And yet, I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good.
Ooh. Gaia is sad because of things going extinct.
You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
Come on, Gaia. It was about to get interesting. Gaia's like a full-on AI with like feelings and stuff. Interesting. Lumas.
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There.
Clever.
Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
What if Hades is somehow asking his subordinates to override Gaia? Like, you know, because Hades is being, like, prayed to as a god? What if he somehow is using the people working for him now to stop Gaia? So he can take over again and do his thing. Sounds like a Hades thing to do, don't you think? Find the entrance to Sobek's office. Smash the windows. Okay, I guess I can't. Now I kind of wonder if Dr. Sobek maybe made herself an AI as well, so we'll meet like our clone mother at some point. Odyssey has failed. That's not good. Some terrible news, I'm afraid. Far Zenith has informed me that the Odyssey mission has failed. Last night, telemetry indicated a catastrophic antimatter containment failure as the drive spun up to depart the solar system. The ship, its crew, its cargo of zygotes and seeds, its alpha build of Apollo, all were lost. Zero Dawn is now the only hope for the continuation of the human species and earthly life. We must succeed. Well, Storm, Odyssey failed. Artemis Thetis. Artemis, goddess of the hunt, I believe. It's coming along, Liz. I'm positive about it. If those words can still mean anything. Have my sleeves rolled up negotiating with frozen zoos for their samples. So many species trapped in ghoulish holograms dioramas suspended in what-ifs. More than 14,000 that went extinct between 2000 and 2043. We've started mapping out primary succession, selecting the pioneer organism for a balanced and sustainable biosphere. Microorganisms and insects, rabbits and hawks, foxes and wolves. Thousands more will have to wait their turn until our new generation can be entrusted with the duty of restoring them, so they can return to a world that this time will understand the concept of conservation before it's too late. Already been too many too lates. We've lost the whole collection team during the swarm breakthrough in Myanmar. The samples that were lost were irreplaceable. But thanks to you, Liz, the circle of life will bend, not break. The Earth was a lifeless rock before, and someday it will be again. But not now, not like this, not on our watch. The Guardian, find the lab. I already found it, Storm. Let's go.
The Alpha Registry master file.
Intact?
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Good question.
Eclipse.
Not so good.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
What the hell's this? F.
Still alive. Good.
They like put on a shirt.
I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child.
No bueno.
My entire life, I've always known one thing with prophetic certainty. That I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun.
Oh boy.
Even when Jiran was murdered. Even when Meridian fell, I never doubted my destiny.
We're above the arena, aren't we?
Until you came along. When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind. As sure as the sun rises and falls each day, those I am bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How? Why? With each dig site you attacked, each loyal soldier you killed, this pestering doubt grew. I kept thinking of the moment my knife pierced your throat. One twist, a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate? Why fail my destined purpose?
Try to bore me to death, I have to.
If you're gonna go on babbling like this all night, could you just kill me now?
Oh no, we're in no hurry, you and I. Not now.
Maybe some physical torture to distract me from your voice?
At that moment, on the mountain, I aimed to kill you with dispatch, and yet did not. Why? This failing troubled my thoughts, haunted every step. It was only when I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events.
Doubt.
You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Conversely, I was meant to capture you. Here. So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun. Everything as it was meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
This guy's crazy.
Some destiny. You're following orders, not some grand cosmic design. You're a puppet, with Hades yanking the strings. A pawn pushed around by larger forces. It'd be laughable if there weren't so much killing involved. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Carja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And
Yes,
you
we learned.
are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it. You fail to grasp the point. As surely as you've been conquered, so has all
Also, why does he have like a necklace of like bullets?
And with certainty of belief comes
like,
unstoppable
ooh, shiny,
force.
it's gold.
Then open this cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place. Exactly where it belongs.
Ah yes, fate has been
The
restored.
errant beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot to tell you. After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east to rally the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land. I ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas,
That ain't good.
it all seems to have been unnecessary.
Why butcher dozens of innocents for no gain? It's a waste of effort.
You're right. I won't even be there to enjoy it. In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to. Thanks to your destruction of the network, Communication over distances is impossible. You not only doomed yourself, but an entire tribe. Do we not see the scorching
How do we
judgment
still
of the
talk to
sun in these
Zavala then?
events? Your focus. Such a powerful device, isn't it? And yet, so fragile.
Fuck. We needed that thing.
So you see,
What am I? French, of course.
this time, I did not hesitate. The knife has already been twisted.
So let's finish the arena and then continue next time. Because this is gonna be a boss battle of epic proportions. Unless Zavala comes in and saves me or something.
Karja faithful, rejoice! Our years in shadow are over. A new dawn trembles on the horizon. A new day soon to break. And when it does, the false Sun King will be dead, and Holy Meridian ours once more. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy. All
A
halves
dingus of
nature
prophecy.
joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, light to dark, night to day. Behold! Hold your seats! Can you not see the proof of the sun's blessing before your eyes? How else could shadows such as these prowl in broad light of day? Were they not approved by the sun and joined to our cause? Many years ago, to consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Turan ordered many faithless crushed beneath the hooves of the behemoth. Mighty is the behemoth in the eye of the sun, but it is mightier still, infused with the power of shadow. Let this one, who schemed and slithered, be the first to die. Let her be the first of thousands!
Well, where's Zavala when you need him? Guardian.
I'll never beat that thing without weapons. My weapons are up on the platform, but there's no way out of this ring. Maybe I could use its strength against it.
So we gotta let it run into a wall or something.
That makes a mess.
Meanwhile, we loot. As we always do.
I should try luring the behemoth into the pillars.
Clever. I'm just gathering some resources first. Don't mind me.
Getting ready to charge. That pillar's weak. Another hit, and that pillar will come down.
I mean, the pillar is down. Hey, come for this one, you dingus. Oh.
If that platform collapses, I'll get my weapons back.
Come on then.
It's down.
Gear up. Oh, come on. Are you not entertained?
Hey! Guess who got our weapons back? Now you're just a big dumb target. Come and get it!
Hey, get rid of his armor.
Those components on the sides of its head. They've got something to do with his lift attacks.
Working on it. Wow, did I really just hit the plate?
Freeze canister on its hips. Cryo arrow should set it off. That canister on its belly. Looks important.
Good thing. Some things. Probably focus on one thing, huh? The thing on the back. That's what we're going for. Oh, please! I'm trying to save ourselves here. We can burn him. Oh, he's stuck. Go, 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 go. Okay, that was terrible. Let's burn him again. Are you not entertained? To quote Gladiator. Impossible. Oh no.
Silence!
I will deal with this outcast myself. Oh.
Shadows. Kill her.
This is where Zavala comes in. Make it a 2v2. Right?
Kill her!
Why leave it to them? Come get me yourself!
Damn. Ballsy. Do this. I do it! Mm-hmm. Zavala to the rescue. Oh, and he brought friends. Yes.
Traitor!
That's when you give them the finger, Aloy. That would have been the perfect exit. But this crowd is just a show that gets better and better. True. Finally, we meet Zavala in person.
So you're here. Really here. You risked your life.
Of course I did. If you'd been killed, the Nora's sacred mountain would never have given up its secrets.
Too bad you wasted your time, then. Helis destroyed my focus. And the Alpha Registry with it.
Not at all. The whole time I've been monitoring your focus, I've duplicated every data file you scanned. Installing that data to a new focus was trivially easy. Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
You're really good at making it impossible to like you, Silence. But
why does he have like
It's time to see where you were born.
light implants,
even
like
learn
LEDs in his chin and his head
Yeah.
and stuff?
Meet the machine that birthed me into this world. Isn't that how you put it?
I'll be off.
Wait.
Yes?
Since when can you override machines?
Ever since you discovered the technique. I had to destroy a corrupted to obtain the necessary parts, of course. But your example showed me how to do that as well. Yet another benefit of monitoring your activities through your focus. Truth be told, the underlying logic of the technique isn't so different from rites practiced by Banuk shamans. Though, of course, far more advanced.
Great. You're welcome, I guess. Helis recognized you back in the Sun Ring. You told me that you'd assisted the Eclipse. Not that you knew the man who killed my... who almost killed me.
So now you know. The man is a serious threat. So let's do all we can to make sure that he and Hades don't succeed.
Right.
Yeah.
How did you track my location when I wasn't wearing a focus?
Really, Aloy? It doesn't take a genius to surmise that Helis would throw you into the Sun Ring at high noon. I wore out 2 striders getting here in time, but I did.
Soon.
Now be on your way.
I'll be on my way. To make matters worse, Helis ordered an Eclipse detachment to attack the Nora Sacred Land. The tribe's already weak. They won't stand a chance. You should come with me.
Well, absolutely not. I have preparations to make elsewhere.
What kind of... Why do I bother
We
asking?
could just
You
show
know how
up
to
with
tell me.
like
When the
20
time is
sawtooths or
I'll be in
something.
touch. Should you need to return to Shadow Carja territory, I brought armor to conceal your identity.
You think of everything, don't you?
One of us has to.
Nice.
Aloy, when you were recovering the Alpha Registry down in the Zero Dawn bunker, I was needlessly cruel. For your sake, I hope there is someone waiting there for you inside the mountain. Not a what, but a who.
Aww.
Yeah!
Yeah. Nice. Completed main quest, The Terror of the Sun. We did it, chat. That was a lot of XP. 11,000! Well, as well as strikes organized against the enemies of humanity, pretty much. Level 21 region. Go to Allmother. We have some new skills to unlock apparently. And I believe we have some new armor as well. It steals its wear against blinding effects, highly customizable. Nice. This is used to walk around in the cities. So let's go to a campfire, which we're running towards right now. I'll mark it either way. It's this way. I was already going the wrong way, whoops. A quick save. We have 6 skill points. Hot diggity damn. Use R while aiming to notch an additional arrow on all bow weapons. That could be useful. Then we could also pick this, up to 3 arrows at once. I think I'll go with this for the double arrow one. And since the strikes seem to not do that much damage anymore, we'll take the strong strikes. We have one of these. I just dropped it, I think, instead of actually opening it. I'm an idiot. Treasure boxes. 2 contacts. Take all. I don't think we can craft anything. Nope. Fish bones. Boar skin, rabbit skin, boar skin, fish bones. And okay, we need a lot of fish bones. But that will be for another time. The Guardian. Because it's already 11:15. We made a lot of progress though, and a lot of lore discovered. It's getting very, very juicy. Guardian, don't forget that the Tenrai Factory event in Halo Infinite is back. I haven't played Halo in like a month. But thank you, I might check it out. I don't know. But chat, thank you so much for joining me on today's stream. Talking in chat, spamming the sound thingies, just being here. I really appreciate it if you guys hang out here, as always. I will be back on Thursday with maybe the final act of the main questline. I mean, we're already going towards the Mother Mountain, and we have the Gaia thing, so maybe we're close to the end of the main story, and then we could do the Frozen Wilds thing, and maybe some side quests, I don't know. So join me on Thursday if you want to find out how things end up in Horizon Zero Dawn. That'll be at 7:30-ish PM, as always.